Today I'm going to do a review on the LeverAxe, the SmartAxe. It's a brand new product sold exclusively from LeverAxe USA. It's got an unbreakable handle and kind of a unique design. It's made in Finland. I got it as a gift, and I'm going to split some wood with this and with my splitting maul that I normally use. This weighs just a little over 6 pounds with the handle and everything, and this weighs about 9 pounds with the handle. First, I'd like to go over splitting wood. There's a lot of different videos on YouTube that show people splitting wood, and there's a little bit of an art to it as far as I'm concerned. And if you just think splitting wood is just hitting a piece of wood with an axe and it falls apart, you'll notice things like this one here has a big knot on the side of it. And so if you try and split this direction right here, you're going to be fighting this knot. So it's kind of like reading the wood. You're going to want to hit it right here so that this piece will fall that way, and it's not always like that because you can't see what's inside this log right here. So with that being said, I've got two different kinds of wood. You can see I've split wood before. I've done most of that with my wood splitter, but I always pick the easy logs to do by hand because I can do them faster with an axe. Once I get all those all done, I take these knotty ones, put them on the wood splitter, and let that do the work so I'm not killing myself. On this side, I've got an old maple tree that came down about a year ago, and it hasn't been laying really on the ground. It was propped up, so it's dry, it's hard wood. And on this side over here, I've got a poplar tree, which is kind of punky, which means it's a little soft in the middle. It was still standing, but it was kind of rotten. And back to reading the log, if I hit this, I'm going to want to hit it kind of right about here. If I hit it in the middle, with it being punky, the axe is just going to sink in and get stuck. It's kind of soft wood, real soft, maple, hardwood. So two different types of wood, two different axes. I picked these logs. They're about the same diameter. This is the poplar. These two are the maple. And I figure a good review and a good test with that axe is going to be to do one poplar with the LeverAxe SmartAxe and one poplar with this, and then move over and do the same with the maple. They do sell a tire I've seen online that you can take all your logs and set them into and then split them with that. I don't have that, and I normally split my wood just like this. The small easy ones that are easy to do, I stack them all up like this and I walk around through it just splitting them all. A piece this big, I'd say it's about 10 inches diameter, I'm going to try and split into 4 pieces. That would be perfect for what I use. These logs I measured them the other day before the snow was here. The shortest log is a small one like this. I think it was 17 inches, and the longest is 22. I try and use 20 to 22 inch wood to heat with. That's what all that is right there. That's it. I'm going to start splitting here. I'm going to do, let's do it like this. I've got one maple, I've got one poplar, and a maple and poplar here, and I will split them into 4 different pieces, starting out first with the splitting maul that I use all the time, and we'll show what it does. Move this to the side. Tilt you up a little bit. We'll make sure it all looks right. Here we go, the poplar with a splitting maul. Alright, that comes apart fairly easy, as you can see. Now when I stand them up in this group, they don't fall apart and fall down where I have to stand them up as much. As you can see, nice punky wood, fairly easy. Maple, you could hear the sound of it. You hear it hit harder. Again, these pieces here I picked because they're straight. They don't have many knots, and I knew by reading it that it would just pop apart like that. Okay, that's with the split and maul. Next we'll do these two with the LeverAxe. Now, right off the bat, the LeverAxe feels weird because it hangs different. I have used it a little bit, just testing, just to see if I could learn how to use it. And the first thing I was worried about is when you hold on to it, it's like that. It's how it hangs. The normal axe is like this. So I was worried about it, about my swing. Would I still be accurate with it? Well, you just don't think about it. You just swing it and aim just like you do a split and maul or regular axe, and it all works out. So this is Poplar, the LeverAxe. Here we go. Yeah, that first shot I hit in the center, and that's a little bit punky in there. I think that might have been part of that swing. I'm not swinging that hard either. One thing I noticed just then, this axe didn't hit the ground. That other one put all these holes in it. With that last swing, I actually felt it hit on the log and didn't go down. So I don't have to pick it up from way down here when I'm returning the swing. I like that. This one might be a little bit harder. I just noticed I got a little bubble right here, a little knot or something on the log, so we'll see. Try and do a fair test. I thought that would be a little bit of an issue, but I guess not. And again, I noticed it didn't hit the ground, and that's a big thing for the upkeep on your split and maul. Didn't swing near as hard. Barely swung. I still got it to separate. And the log stayed up. So, what I'm going to do now is just continue through, just like I wasn't doing the video, and I had my wood set up, and I'm going to split it. I'll go a little bit with this, then I'll switch over to the split and maul. Again, reading your wood, take a look at this one. It's got some knots going on over here, nothing in the middle, a little bit trickier. This thing here, that's a wood splitter piece. I'm not even going to try that. We might just for fun with this, just to see what it does. Got a helper coming. Come here. Hey, Juno. Alright, let's go. Get out of the way. Watch out. Good girl. Alright. Again, swinging just like a regular axe. That worked pretty well. And I knew this piece is going to split easy. You can tell just by reading it. Okay, one thing I just remembered is the direction that you're told to go with this axe. I just didn't do it on that log because it never really mattered to me before. It just split. Well, you want to hit on, let's see here, I'll show you. You want to hit on this side of the log right here so that this part of the axe catches and it pops it. That last one I hit way over here and I immediately felt it because this weight didn't hit anything. It went down here and I had to catch it. It actually hit the other log. So if I hit right here, this is where it's going to stop the blade. So it's a little thought there, something you got to learn and get a little used to. Again, punky wood right in the middle. Cracked it, but didn't split. And I can see this splitting down to the side because it's punky wood. It's really not that good for heating It's gonna burn real quick and all that. Okay, I'm all done talking. I'm just gonna split. Maple on this side, other stuff on that side. That was actually pretty easy. You can see that one. You see the curve. That's just stuff that'll give you trouble splitting. Curves like that are a little stronger. You know, I'm going right through this with this axe. This is the hardwood. I didn't stop. Like I said I would. I used that other one because, well, to tell you the truth, it's going pretty quick. So let me get that other one and do some with that too. We'll finish up this hard stuff with it. You'll feel the weight difference right off the bat. This boy here, you'll work out with any axe. I like that it doesn't go all the way down through to the ground. Overall review, I would say that the biggest thing I like about this axe is when it hits the wood and it pops it out to the side, is that this catches on the side of the log. Not every time, most of the time. And when it does it, it's less that you have to pick up. It's not as far and it's not as heavy. I know I could get a lighter axe and use that. I don't have one. I use that splitting maul. I thought of getting a lighter one a few times, but it's just kind of Neanderthal. I'll just drive that thing down through the wood. This here is actually a pleasure to use. And I got gifted it, so, you know, I mean, it's going to be my go-to from now on. Really like it. What do you think, Juno? Come here. What do you think, huh? Up. What do you think? You like it too? Pretty good axe? Yeah? Alright. That's all I've got. If you got any questions, put them down there. And I'll be sure to answer them right away. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties. It kind of stunk because I've only got so much wood. I actually had to go cut this to make the video. I started doing a review, testing actually, just seeing how it would go before I even started the review, because you know, I wanted to make sure I could use this thing. But I actually started testing it on giant pieces of wood around the house that were too big for my wood splitter, too big for the fireplace, which takes 24-inch wood. And so it's 24-25-inch wood that I started swinging it on, and it actually was splitting it. So I was pretty impressed right off the bat with it, and then figured I'd cut some wood just for this review. So when the camera shut off, it stunk a little bit because I didn't have as much wood, and it's working really hard. That's all I've got.